Dear Director, thank you very much for this introduction. Distinguished guests, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to welcome a distinguished group of politicians, experts, military officers, diplomats, and opinion leaders from around the world. You have gathered in Warsaw for the second time on the initiative of the Polish Institute of International Affairs. This conference, Strategic Ark, is designed to help chart the course of the free world through the meanders of our recent history. And I think no one has any doubt how necessary it is at this difficult time. I would like to begin by asking a quick question. How can Western unity and solidarity be consolidated to help Ukraine to put pressure on Russia as a whole and to confront other challenges? Firstly, by action, by continuing the campaign of military, political, and humanitarian support for Ukraine. Secondly, by imposing further tough sanctions on Russia in the European Union and G7, convincing the undecided, minimizing dependence on Russian energy resources, completely withdrawing capital and investment from Russia. Thirdly, by making the entire international community aware that the fate of the world is being decided in Ukraine. Because Russia's success would be an incentive for other countries to conduct aggressive policies. Hence, the need to gain support for the defense of global peace. We must prove that aggression benefits no one. So we need to create mechanisms that will provide long-term financial and defense backing for Ukraine. This will send a clear signal to the world that justice can prevail and that any attempt to undermine the international order is doomed from the start. Our aim should also be to secure Ukraine's accession to the European Union and NATO. This would encourage Ukraine to carry out the necessary reforms which are already underway in wartime conditions and to modernize the country. I hope that the upcoming NATO summit will take decisions that will bring Ukraine closer to the membership of the alliance. In the meantime, we should be ready to provide Ukraine with professional security guarantees, because a sense of security in Ukraine will determine the will of millions of Ukrainians to return to their country and to rebuild it with success. Ladies and gentlemen, we must also prepare ourselves for Russia's continued aggressive policy in the long term. That is why, in line with its new strategy, NATO must strengthen its defense and deterrence capabilities. It's essential to increase the presence of allied forces on its eastern flank. This will send a clear signal of credibility to our societies and to a potential aggressor. At the same time, we must not forget to use the instruments of NATO and the European Union together with our main ally, the United States, to uphold the rules-based architecture of global security. After all, effective deterrence of Russia and reducing the risk of other conflicts demand US involvement and US-European cooperation. Therefore, the priority of the Polish presidency of the European Union in 2025 will be to further boost cooperation with the United States and NATO. Ladies and gentlemen, Poland will continue to support strong US leadership in Europe, bolstering NATO's eastern flank and territorial enlargement of the alliance and the European Union. This is the only way to ensure that Russian imperial ambitions do not come true. Because Russia must lose this war and understand that the united free world stands and will stand against it. I look forward with great interest to hearing your views on this matter. I am delighted that such a distinguished group of experts will be debating in this room. Let me also take this opportunity to thank you for all your analytical and advisory work, which I recognize and appreciate. I wish you fruitful discussions. Thank you very much. Good luck.